Hello and welcome to the show, dear listeners. If you're someone who's always wanted to improve your English but felt stuck with boring textbooks, confusing grammar rules, or just didn't know where to start, then you're in the right place. This podcast is not just about learning English, it's about living it. Here we believe that English isn't something you just study in a classroom. It's a tool for connection. It's the language of travel, business, movies, songs, stories. And most importantly, it's the language that can open doors to new opportunities. Now, why a podcast? Because podcasts are one of the most natural, effective, and flexible ways to learn a language. You can listen while walking, driving, cooking, or even when you're lying in bed. No pressure, no boring drills, just real conversations, real topics, and real English. In every episode, we'll talk about interesting subjects, introduce useful vocabulary, and show you how native speakers actually use the language in daily life. We'll break things down so they're easy to understand, even if you're a beginner. And we'll do it in a way that feels more like a friendly chat than a grammar lesson. Whether you're just starting out or looking to sharpen your skills, this podcast is for you. So grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's take your English to the next level. Together.
Hello and welcome to Learn English with Podcasts. My name is Emma, and I'm an English teacher and language enthusiast.
And I'm David. I've been teaching English for more than 10 years, and I'm passionate about helping learners develop their skills in natural, practical ways. Thank you for joining us today.
In this podcast series, we'll explore different methods for learning English, focusing on listening, speaking, vocabulary building, and pronunciation. We'll speak slowly and clearly, using simple language that is easy to understand.
In today's episode, we're going to discuss one of the most accessible and effective tools for learning English, podcasts. We'll talk about why they are helpful, how to use them in your daily routine, and how they can improve your English in a natural way. Section 1. Why are podcasts useful for English learners?
Let's begin by looking at why podcasts are so beneficial for English learners. First of all, podcasts are extremely convenient. You can listen to them anytime and anywhere, while commuting, exercising, doing housework, or even while relaxing. This means you don't need to find extra time in your busy day to study. Learning becomes a part of your everyday life.
Yes, and another advantage is that podcasts expose you to real spoken English. When you listen to podcasts, you hear the natural rhythm, pronunciation, and intonation of native speakers. This helps your ears get used to how English actually sounds in different situations, something that's often missing from traditional textbooks.
That's a very important point. In many classrooms, students often only hear slow, scripted dialogues. But podcasts can help you learn how English is really spoken, how words connect, how we use idioms, and how we pause or emphasize certain parts of a sentence.
Also, one more reason why podcasts are so helpful: you can control your learning. You can pause the episode, rewind it, and listen again. You can repeat a sentence many times until you understand it. This gives you the chance to learn at your own pace, without pressure. Hi, how are you? Section 2. How to use podcasts to learn English effectively.
Now let's talk about how to actually use podcasts to study English. The first step is to choose the right podcast for your level. If you're a beginner or lower intermediate learner, don't worry about understanding everything. Start with slow English podcasts or ones designed for learners, like this one. Now let's talk about how to actually use podcasts to study English. The first step is to choose the right podcast for your level. If you're a beginner or lower intermediate learner, don't worry about understanding everything. Start with slow English podcasts or ones designed for learners, like this one. And try to repeat what the speakers say. This technique is called shadowing. You listen to a sentence, then repeat it out loud, trying to copy the pronunciation and rhythm as closely as possible. It might feel strange at first, but it really helps improve your speaking and listening skills.
Yes, and I'd also recommend creating a small system to track your progress. For example, you can choose to learn 3 new words from every episode. Write them in a notebook, along with their definitions and example sentences. Then, review them a few days later to help remember them better.
Here's a little example. Imagine you hear the word expand. You can write expand verb to make something larger or more extensive. Memo: I want to expand my vocabulary so I can speak more fluently.
Exactly. And try to use the new words in your own speaking or writing. This is the best way to really remember them.
Here's a practical tip. Don't feel discouraged if you don't understand everything. It's okay. The goal is progress, not perfection. Over time, your ears will get better at catching words and phrases. Be patient with yourself and enjoy the process.
Let's give you a small task. After this episode, try this: choose one short part of the podcast, play it 3 times, write down what you hear, then repeat the sentences out loud.
This will help you practice listening, writing, and speaking all at the same time.
To sum up, podcasts are an excellent way to learn English because they're convenient, natural, and flexible. You can use them to improve your listening skills, learn new vocabulary, and develop your pronunciation.
We encourage you to start making podcasts a part of your daily routine. Even 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. If you enjoy today's episode, please follow us and share this podcast with others who are learning English too.
Thank you so much for listening to Learn English with Podcasts. Keep practicing, and we'll see you again very soon.
And that brings us to the end of this episode. Thanks so much for spending your time with us today. We hope you enjoyed it, and more importantly, we hope you learned something new. Remember, learning a language isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Every time you listen, speak, or even think in English, you're moving forward, step by step.